Very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News here on TV1. You're joining me, Devi Paldano. Now before we head into your stories in more detail, let's first take a look at your headlines.
Amarapura and the Raman Essex to be amalgamated. Agreement to be signed on the 16th. Final Randoli Perahara of the 2019 Asala Perahara to be held tonight. Water levels of several rivers which went up with the incessant rain comes down. Less rain in the days to come. Chandrayaan 2 leaves Earth's orbit. Sri Lanka's test against New Zealand begins in Galle.
The Department of Irrigation said the water levels of the Kalu and Ging rivers, which went up due to heavy rainfall experienced in the southwestern part of the island yesterday, have gradually reduced. The Met Department says the prevailing windy and showery conditions are expected to continue today.
4 houses were damaged after an earth embankment collapsed on a group of estate line houses in Norwood Hatton. There is a risk of landslides in the area. According to our correspondent, 59 people from 12 families have been evacuated after the incident. Rainfall in the west mountainous region of the Central Highlands have slightly reduced. Sluice gates of Lakshapana and Canyon reservoirs which were opened have been closed. According to our correspondent, the spilling of the Vimala Surendra reservoir has also come to a stop. Adding further, he said, the residents who were evacuated from the lowlands in Kotagala are currently being resettled. Dambala and Atamagas Handia areas in Paragoda, Bulatsinhala have been inundated after the Kukuleganga overflowed. According to our correspondent, the road that leads to the Kukuleganga reservoir and Baduralia from Bulatsinhala have been blocked. The Met Department stated that windy and showery conditions in the southwestern part of the island are expected to continue today. There is a possibility for sudden increase in wind speeds of up to 60 km per hour over the island, particularly in the western, southern, Sabragamua, north central, northwestern, northern and central provinces and in the Trincomalee district. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabragamua, central, southern and northwestern provinces. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the central and Sabragamua provinces and in the Galle, Matara and Kalutara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in Mullaitivu, Ampara and Batticaloa districts after 2 p.m.
Today is the Nikini Full Moon Poya Day.
The significant event that took place on Nikini Full Moon Poya Day was the holding of the first Sangha Council led by Mahakashyapa. Nikini Full Moon Poya Day is celebrated centering 4 important occurrences in Buddhist history. Attainment of Arahatship by Buddha's chief attendant Ananda Mahathera, commencement of the first Dhamma Sanghayana, convocation to settle the Buddhist canon and Pasuvas or the commencement of the Vas period are some of them. Buddhist monks commence Vas on Nikini Full Moon Day in keeping with the enactment called Santahakaranya. The circumstances which led to the enactment of Santahakaranya was the hardships caused to the bhikkhus due to rain. The Sambuddha Puja at the Shakyamalaka, opposite the head office of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited, was held today. The puja was organised by PE Plus of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited.
In one of your headline-making stories now, the Kandy Asala Perahara is one of the oldest and grandest of the Buddhist festivals in Sri Lanka, featuring dancers, jugglers, musicians, fire breathers and lavishly decorated elephants. The final Randori Perahara of the 2019 Kandy Asala Perahara will march the streets tonight. Stay tuned with News First for the very latest from the 2019 Kandy Asala Perahara. In more of your local news now, turning a new page in the history of Sri Lanka, the Mahanayakas of the Amarapura and Ramanya sects have agreed to combine the two sects.
The General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahasangha Sabha, Most Venerable Professor Pallekanda Ratnasara Thero, said that the agreement on the decision will be signed on the 16th of this month at 2:30 p.m. at the auditorium of the Foundation Institute in Colombo. The Thera said the agreement will be signed by the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura sect, Agamaha Pandita Kotugota Dhammawasi Thero, and the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramayana sect, Agamaha Pandita Napane Premasiri Thera. After the signing of the agreement, the sect will be named as the Amarapura Ramayana Samagri Mahasangha Sabhava.
The 23rd convocation of the Bandaranayaka International Diplomatic Training Institute was held today.
The 23rd convocation of the Bandaranayaka International Diplomatic Training Institute was held yesterday at the Lotus Room of the BMICH. The event was graced by the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Minister of Foreign Affairs Tilak Marapana, Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs Ravinath Aryasinghe and Director General of the BDIT Pamela Dean. Certificates were awarded for postgraduate diploma students and students in diploma in diplomacy and world affairs.
Well, foreign affairs has, I think, dominated these few months, talking of SOFA and AXAS and MCCs. Most of those who were talking of it were not able to even decipher the letters of the alphabet. The minister, and we have dealt sufficiently with those aspects of the agreements or agreements which, like the SOFA, which we have never got into. We talked with the European Union. Part of it is connected to what is happening in Geneva, but nevertheless, the GSP has been restored, and we are still to make maximum use of it, because in many fields we still haven't exported a single item to Europe. We also have to remember that freedom of navigation in the Indian Ocean means no military alliance with anyone. We have also got to be mindful of the mutual security interests. Finally, Sri Lanka will also look at its own defense strategy and security strategy, certainly a changing role for the Navy and for the Air Force when you have to look outside our own coastal waters.
Presidential candidate of the SLPP, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, visited Kandy today.
The presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa visited Sri Dalada Maligawa and obtained blessings. Thereafter, he met with the chief prelates of the Malwatu and Askiri chapters and obtained their blessings.
UMP Deputy Leader Sajith Premadasa will visit the Hambantota district to attend a few events during the day. The opening ceremony of the Sadhya Loka Pujita Aravinda de Silva village in Beliyatta Mihindupura will be the first event that he will attend today. The organisation to protect the UMP convened a media briefing in Dambulla yesterday.
Ranil Wickremesinghe, this is not the time to play. Now the grounds have been made. The 2020 election is a decisive factor. Various schemes are being implemented. They don't work. We say before anything else, name the candidate from the UNP now. Today the candidate of the SLPP is announced. On the 18th of this month, the JVP candidate will be announced. So we asked Ranil Wickremesinghe to name the UNP candidate now. Now he is talking about a dove. To beat a dove, we should have an eagle to fight. We have an eagle with us. That's none other than Sajith Premadasa. And there is no use of fielding any other candidate. The Sinhalese and Tamils and Muslim people of the country want Sajith Premadasa and nobody else. The leadership has not given him the opportunity. This request is not only to the leader, but to the working committee and parliamentary MPs of the party. Stand up now to choose this new leader for us. Get rid of the people who nominate a common candidate every time when an election gets close.
Following are the views expressed by Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Ashok Abesinghe after a function held in Gonagama, Kurunegala.
We have handed over a letter to the leadership to summon the parliamentary group and the working committee. There is a strong belief in the working committee and the parliamentary group that Sajith Premadasa should be announced as the presidential candidate. All parties in the National Democratic Front that is to be formed demand that Sajith Premadasa should be the candidate. Ministers Hakim, Mano Ganeshan, Digambaram Radhakrishnan, Rishad and Rajit Senaratna are also with us. Also with the agreement of Minister Champika Ranamaka and Minister Arjuna Rantunga, we should be able to make Sajith Premadasa the presidential candidate and lead him to victory.
ඊළඟ ජනාධිපති අපේක්ෂා බවට පත් කරන්න.
සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්මයාගේ මැතිවරණ ව්‍යාපාරයට විපක්ෂයේ මන්ත්‍රීවරුන්ගේ සහයෝගයක් ලැබෙනවද?
වෙල්ගම මැතිතුමා
MP Velgama speaks about Sajith Premadasa's victory. So such leaders are already speaking of it. I think more than 5 MPs from the SLPP will support us. We hope that the SLFP MPs too will support us. We hope that the SLFP as a party will support our candidate Sajith Premadasa in some way.
සහයෝගය ලබා දෙයි කියලා අපි හිතනවා.
One person was killed in a wild elephant attack in Indigastota, Tantrimala, Anuradhapura.
The victim of the wild elephant attack was a 65-year-old father of one. He was attacked in front of his house and passed away on the spot. According to area residents, the presence of wild elephants have increased in the Kadamalleri area as paddy has been stored in the houses. These wild elephants had attacked and damaged a number of houses in the area yesterday. Corpse of an elephant was found in Tantinimale, Anuradhapura. The wildlife officers in Tantinimale inspected the corpse of the elephant after being notified of the matter by area residents. The cause of death has not been identified. The Wildlife Conservation Department has planned to conduct an island-wide census on wild elephants. The department stated that the census will be conducted on the 13th and the 14th of next month. The census will be conducted at 2,229 locations where elephants are known to roam, and it will be conducted by 7,316 survey officials. The previous census of wild elephants was conducted by the Wildlife Department back in 2011, and the number of wild elephants in the country was calculated at 5,879. The Wildlife Department has also taken steps to include external parties to conduct the census. The interested parties can contact the number 011 2888 585 and register with the Department of Wildlife to conduct the census.
Well, that is a wrap of lunchtime news here on TV1. For more news, log on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm David Paldano. Take care.